Hey everybody, it's Aaron and welcome back to the House of Aaron. Welcome back to the house where we talk news, celebrities, and hot topics, y'all. Today's video is going to be amazing because we got to get into some things when it comes to Claudia Jordan and Miss Vivica A. Fox going in on Nene Leakes and Kenya Moore, okay? You know, I got you when it comes to the Housewives tea. I also want to get into some things when it comes to Russell Simmons. He is revealing who Joe Biden's vice presidential pick is going to be. And then I have some opinions on Insecure Season 4 and how they've been renewed for a Season 5. So, Issa girl, you are definitely doing your thing. Okay, let's talk about it all. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. And let's get straight into the video. All right, y'all. So I know you guys love the housewife videos and I love them too. I love talking about the housewives. They're everything to me. But you know, I gotta diversify the content a little bit. So that's why I added in a little Russell Simmons, a little politics. If you haven't noticed already, I freaking love politics. So I will be talking about politics and this whole presidential race for the rest of the year. And I also want to keep you guys informed on what the hell is going on because I feel like our community, okay, the Black community, we tend to be a little bit undereducated when it comes to government. And so I really want to keep you guys up to date on what's happening with Joe Biden's campaign, what's happening with Trump's campaign. So I will be talking about that a little bit throughout the next couple of months. With that being said, let's get to the tea, okay? So of course, Claudia Jordan, she has her show on Fox Soul, okay? If you don't know what Fox Soul is, it's a new streaming service that I guess you can download, I don't know, on your laptop or on your phone or whatever. And it is geared towards the African American community, okay? I feel like it's specifically women, African American women. You know, we got BET Plus and we got TV One. Now we got Fox Soul. And you know what? I'm here for it, okay? So shout out to everybody over there at Fox Soul. I personally am not downloading Fox Soul, but you know what? I'm going to look at the clips on Twitter and Instagram and come to you guys with the mess. So Claudia Jordan has her show on there, and she had special guest Lisa Ray. Okay, shout out to Miss Lisa Ray. She has Selena Johnson, R&B singer and former Sister Circle host. RIP, okay, rest in peace to all the girls of the Sister Circle because they're out of a job. Claudia also had Vivica A. Fox, and Vivica and Claudia had a lot to say, but let's start with Miss Vivica. So on the show, they were talking about, of course, the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And when Kenya Moore's name was brought into the mix, Vivica A. Fox was like, oh, hell nah. Y'all know I don't like this hoe. So check this clip out.
Hated when you and Kenya were fighting because I felt so
that bitch.
helpless. I know, but I just was like,
nope, that one ain't never going away.
It was public for everyone to make.
Claudia, I love you, and you know you helped me get through that, but that one right there, no ma'am.
Y'all saw that? Okay, when Kenya's name was brought up, Vivica said, fuck that bitch. Nope, that one ain't never going away. I love you, Claudia, and you know you've helped me through this whole thing with Kenya, but that one right there, no ma'am. Okay, Miss Vivica A. Fox said it's a no. And I don't know if Vivica A. Fox lives in Atlanta or not. I'm not completely sure, but I do know that she's chummy with Portia Williams, and she also cannot stand Kenya. So I feel like she should be a friend of the show, possible housewife, maybe. I don't know what you guys think. I also feel like Lisa Ray would be a good addition. Rashida Frost from Love and Hip Hop. I'm also kind of feeling, you know, Mariah Huck from Married to Medicine. Okay, if the Housewives producers are listening, but I digress. Clearly by this clip, you can see that Vivica A. Fox is still shook and bothered by the fact that Kenya Moore's name was brought up. And I don't blame her because like Vivica said, Kenya Moore is nothing but a toxic trick. Okay, and a lot of y'all were going in on her on my video where I was talking about how Mark was staying with her because he's broke and his restaurant's not doing that well. And a lot of people were really going in on her because I guess I was kind of defending her against Mark. I'm not the biggest Kenya fan, but I believe everybody deserves love and no one deserves to have their mom not want them and their own husband not wanting them. So in that aspect, I do feel bad for Kenya Moore. But with that being said, Kenya is a trick. She's definitely toxic, okay? You cannot not say that the girl is not toxic. Kenya Moore is probably the most toxic person on RHOA, Okay, point blank and a period. But along with that, Claudia Jordan and Vivica A. Fox had a lot to say when it came down to Nene Leakes. In case you've been living under a rock, okay, when it comes to the Housewives, Nene Leakes has admitted to, you know, really going into counseling, doing therapy, because she feels like this whole reality television / social media / quarantine situation is getting to her. So she decided to talk to somebody. And Claudia and Vivica were not here for it, okay? Check this out.
She said she felt attacked during the taping of the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion show and claimed it affected her mentally. Should we commend Nene for being open about seeking professional help, or what do y'all think?
I think mental awareness is key. I think we should all be excited about mental health.
Well, I just want to know, did you see a little, or because I just thought, you know, it's like it's a whole lot of adrenaline and stuff going on, so it must be another level of something.
The fact that she wants mental health, like she wants therapy after years of the things she's done to other people, I think is bullshit. That is a reality show where they go for the neck.
She's getting therapy for mental or
the reunion was traumatizing for her, asking questions. She felt like they were coming for her.
So she's getting help from a therapist, or she's going to dry out?
You know what?
Okay, now Miss Vivica, I'm gonna have to get on you real quick because I'm not here for whatever you're trying to imply, whatever you're trying to allude to. I'm not here for a girl. You need to take several seats, okay? Like Candy said, you're gonna have to bring it on down because you're actually doing the most right now. I don't know what she has against Nene, okay? I could kind of understand Claudia Jordan throwing in some shots here and there because Claudia and Nene, girl, they did not get along on that show. But Vivica, why are you so hell-bent on trying to make Nene seem like some type of addict or alcoholic? I don't even know what she was trying to imply, but I thought that was a little bit too much. I don't think it's crazy for someone to, you know, seek out help or therapy because they're mentally going insane. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. The fact that we are literally tearing down a black woman for entering therapy, I think is complete trash. So shame on everybody for criticizing Nene for seeking help. With that being said, I do feel like Nene brings on a lot of the problems that are on the show to herself, okay? She tends to self-isolate. She tends to push everybody out. She tends to start a lot of fires and then complain, you know, that everybody's ganging up on her when that's just clearly not the case. And maybe she will discover that in therapy, but you have to let her grow. It's kind of like how Portia was in, you know, anger management, and everybody was like, girl, anger management is not helping. You're really not going. You're just doing this for the television show. And how dare us criticize a black woman seeking help and trying to become better? I just feel like that's trash. So later on, after they did their show on Fox Soul or whatever, Claudia Jordan got word that Nene had some choice words for Kenya. And of course, you know, Nene has been known to teeter and totter between talking about Kenya and talking about her child. So Claudia Jordan heard about those comments that Nene made in the past about the buffalo and the eggs and all that stuff. She went on to Instagram replying to a fan and she said, wow, Nene said those things. I don't watch the show anymore, so I'm not up on everything. But see, that's the hypocrisy I'm talking about. It's great for her to seek therapy, but at the same time, she needs to think about how her own actions may be hurting others before you tell us how hurtful someone is being towards you. I completely understand where Claudia is coming from. I agree. You cannot complain about what everybody is saying and doing to you and not criticizing and looking at your own self. Nene, you need to stand in front of a mirror, okay, and reflect and think about what the hell you've done, what the hell you've said, because you are not perfect and you have been a huge problem on this show. I also want to bring up something that Tammy Roman said. I thought it was interesting. She put on Instagram, as someone who's been on reality television for a very long time, your mental health can absolutely be affected. Yes, you're involved in drama, but that doesn't negate how that drama and the repercussions play on your psyche, how it affects your family, your business, etc. It's not unusual for someone to want to seek help at some point. As far as the other stuff being said, I don't know anything about that. So shout out to Tammy Roman for her insight. I completely agree with everything she said. You know, Nene does get a lot of the drama on this show, okay? I don't even know how Kenya and Nene can deal with it. And I know Portia was involved in a lot of drama and traumatic events on the show as well, as far as the whole Jamie situation, chasing her down the alleyway, the whole situation with the scepter and dragging Kenya off the couch, and also being kicked by Miss Cheekbones herself, okay? Y'all remember that time where Portia got kicked on that boat from Cynthia. It was just a whole hot ass mess. If I was involved in all those situations, I would definitely seek out help, okay? I'm a huge advocate for therapy, okay? So shout out to Nene for seeking help. Okay, really quickly, I do want to mention the things that Russell Simmons has been saying on Instagram and whatnot, just, you know, to change the pace a little bit. So he is stating that Stacey Abrams, the gubernatorial candidate from Georgia, okay, shout out to Stacey Abrams, he is saying that Joe Biden's VP committee has picked her to be the best choice for his vice presidential pick. Okay, so I don't know how true this information is. I really don't trust Russell Simmons. What he really needs to be worried about is this movie that's about to drop, that's going to expose everything that he got going on in his life with him and his sexual misconduct. That's something that he really needs to get under control. He tried his best to try to threaten Oprah and threaten the producers of the movie, but I will always be on the side of women, especially when they come with factuals and actuals, okay? So shout out to them over there at HBO. With that being said, he went on to Twitter. He said, America's next VP from a very reliable top inside source. Okay, great news. The imminent rise of the hashtag divine feminine is coming to pass now. The many expressions of our collective's greed, which are the results of the imbalance of leadership, is weighing on us. The destruction of the planet, the cooperation's poisoning of all of our species, including the human species, is evident in many ways. The health problems that Black, poor, white, and all of our undeserved communities are experiencing, while expressions of our compassions are very low. Even leaders in our progressive communities will bite off your head for having a different point of view. We must return to the art of listening and the ease of compassionate, thoughtful leadership that exists in us as men, but more fully developed around us in our women. The world needs more nurturing, not more exploitation. I'm glad we are taking the first steps. Congratulations at Stacey Abrams, hashtag Stacey Abrams. Okay, so he basically spilled the beans. That Stacey Abrams apparently is going to be Joe Biden's vice presidential pick. So that caption that he put on Instagram was just a whole hot ass mess. I can't believe I even read that whole thing. It kind of didn't make a lot of sense, but shout out to him for promoting compassion and promoting, you know, America progressing and going into the right direction. With this being said, he said that he has a top reliable source, so I'm not sure if this is true or not. What I will say is I love Stacey Abrams. I voted for her to be the governor of Georgia. I think she's an amazing politician. I think she's an amazing, you know, philanthropist. She's attached herself to many organizations to help get out the vote and help the African American community specifically really get motivated to vote in our different elections. With that being said, I do think that there are some issues with Stacey, okay? I love her, okay? That's my girl, but she doesn't have a lot of experience. She's never held office outside of the state legislature in Georgia. And it's funny because I feel like nowadays you can run for governor and lose, get so much clout off of it and think that you can run for president. That was the case when it came to, what's his name? Beto O'Rourke. Okay, honey, you lost your own state. What makes you think people are going to vote you to run the whole country? I didn't really understand that. So as far as Stacey Abrams is concerned, she doesn't have a lot of experience. I personally would like to see Kamala Harris be the vice presidential pick because I feel like she is going to destroy both the president and the vice president in some of these debates. I feel like she's a phenomenal person, a strong Black woman, and she has a lot of experience. So that's who I would like to see. But if it's Stacey Abrams' time, then it's Stacey Abrams' time. Shout out to her. Okay, and last but not least, let's get into some Insecure news. So, of course, Insecure Season 4 is airing on HBO right now. And y'all, I have been living, okay? I just recently binged 2 episodes last night and I'm here for it. Like, it's getting good. It's getting spicy. Of course, Issa is really, you know, just flourishing. She's doing her. I'm really excited to see what's really going to happen between her and Jay Ellis's character. I forgot his name, Lawrence. Because it's gonna get messy and I am all the way here for the mess, okay? Molly is definitely getting on my nerves. Her character just rubs me the wrong way. I just cannot stand Molly's ass. Like, girl, okay, get that stick out your ass because it's not working, okay? I'm not here for it. With that being said, Insecure has been renewed for season 5. Shout out to everybody at HBO. And with this whole coronavirus pandemic happening right now, it's concerning as far as the movie and television industry because movies, scripted television shows, and even reality television, nobody is filming right now. So I do believe there's going to be a point in time later on in 2020 where we're not going to have anything to watch because ain't nothing gonna be, filmed. But thankfully, HBO is really planning and preparing for season 5. Here is a screenshot that Issa Rae put onto Instagram. This is supposed to be a writer's room virtual meeting, and they plan on really getting the girls together for season 5. So shout out to Issa Rae. This is Black excellence at its finest. And if you haven't been watching Insecure season 4, what the hell are you doing? All right. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. I want to know what you guys think about everything that we talked about in the comments down below. How do you feel about Claudia, Jordan, and Vivica A. Fox going in on Nene and Kenya? It's a whole mess. All right. And are we here for Stacey Abrams being Joe Biden's VP pick? I want to know what you guys think. Don't forget to create a great day. Bye.